If you leave me, let me down slowly, let me down.
What is immoral, but not illegal? Selling poor quality products or basically junk targeted at kids. Predatory marriage except in Canada, where it is a criminal offense. A woman married my elderly dad and abused him. He was deaf, had dementia and many health problems, but she wanted his assets and so drugged him to keep him with her till she had taken everything. Court case continuing, but what she did resulted in my father's death.
Elder abuse is a crime in the US. Pretty sure the law applies even if you are the spouse. I realize it's not always the same as what you are talking about, but your specific example might still be illegal.
We had 3 police investigations, but there is no law against predatory marriages, so the police knew she was a criminal, but there wasn't much they could do. Also, she had the support of social services whom she had convinced she was a caring wife. An investigation by the church resulted in the minister being found to have been groomed by her. She convinced many people to write letters in her support. I think the biggest problem was that she claimed that we, Dad's children, never accepted her and there was always friction. I gave up work to investigate what she had done. I found fraud, physical and psychological abuse. The statutory authorities were fooled, but the court isn't. We are now at the end yet, but the law has not kept up with people living longer with serious illnesses. Predators like her hide behind the protection of marriage. The victim before Dad got away when his children found out. She didn't show herself until the wedding. Lesson she learned. Don't let the family know.
Pouring water on the movie theater seats in front of you to make sure you have a clear view. Civil asset forfeiture. Police can seize your property on the basis that they believe it was involved in a crime. Problem is, the burden is on you to prove that it wasn't, rather than them to prove that it was. With the lengthy and expensive legal process that you have to go through to get your stuff back, many opt to just take the loss. Conveniently, cash and other assets they take can go into the police budget. No way that can possibly be abused, right? Naturally, this has led to corrupt police abusing the power to seize people's property under ridiculous claims and circumstances.
This tide may be turning with Timms v. Indiana. The Supreme Court ruled state police could not legally keep the defendant's Land Rover, worth $42,000 and bought with clean money, as civil asset forfeiture in a drug dealing offense that imposed a maximum $10,000 fine, even though he used the car as part of the crime. Previously, in Austin v. United States in 1993, they said federal civil asset forfeiture was subject to the excessive fines clause of the 8th Amendment. They unanimously ruled it is incorporated at the state level.
Children underwear models.
r/FBI open up.
I haven't seen child underwear models. Are they made to look seductive or something? There are many sick people in this world who get off on that kind of depraved beat, so what do we do with our children at, say, the beach? Do we hide them? Cover them up? I don't think it's immoral to have children wearing underwear or a bathing suit in public, but it is immoral to make them pose provocatively or seductively while focusing on certain regions of their body.
Yes, there are children underwear models and a lot are in inappropriate poses. Dateline covered it in one of their To Catch a Predator vibes.
Accepting money from lobbyists. In any other profession it's called a bribe. Beauty pageants for children.
This, 100. These are just moms that have lost it or never had it. It's all for the ego-stroking adults and not about the children at all. Ever.
Watched an old wife swap episode where one of the fathers said his 13th-month-old's only point in life is to be a beautiful accessory for her future man.
That's so incredibly disgusting.
We need another plague.
Farting in a crowded bus.
farting in a crowded elevator.
And then you ask if anyone else smells popcorn.
Calm down, Satan.
Changing your baby on the table at a restaurant.
I heard from a chef that a party of 8 or 9 were complaining about food poisoning and made a big deal about it, and then the chef looked back at the footage with them and the people changing the baby's nappy ended up getting the baby's feces on other people's food and cause everyone to get food poisoning. Basically, party of 8 at a restaurant got food poisoning from eating a part of a baby's beep.
Sometimes I regret learning how to read.
Faith healers asking for donations. Allowing kids to gamble with real money in video games through in-game purchases.
There's no gambling in video games. There's surprise mechanics.
The only surprise part is when the parents find out their bank balance has suddenly disappeared.
Quote, but check out this sick skin mom.
Claiming a YouTube video because you don't like what they said.
Actually, this is illegal due to fair use. So YouTube can be brought to court for many things such as false copyright claims, illegal things to do with children, encouraging illegal activity and much more.
Problem is, it takes ages to get it fixed. And if a big company claims your thing even if it's not there and YouTube refuses to accept it's yours, you, as an individual, have to go up against a big company in court.
Honestly, how beeped up is it that you have to be afraid to go to court against someone richer than you, when you are clearly in the right? In the court, everyone should be equal.
Go ahead and add gerrymandering to the list.
Too soon.
More like too late.
Refusing to get your children vaccinated.
In Canada, non-vaccinated kids can't go to school.
Fellow Canadian here, they can. They just have to have a form signed saying that it's against their beliefs. Same with daycares and such. I was unvaccinated until I was 16. Mom hates doctors and needles, so she never made me get vaccinated. I chose to cause I was going to travel.
In Finland, bestiality is technically legal if the animal is enjoying it. Taking a dump in the shower. Being a rapist in the UK, if you're female, you can't be tried as a rapist, only as a sexual assaulter. The latter is considered culturally less of a crime because it doesn't carry the same weight as the term rape, and sentencing usually reflects this. Despite both having the same maximum penalty, the maximum is hardly ever applied to women offenders.
Yeah, that's sexism right there.
In America, a woman had sex with an underage boy, then sued him for child support when he was 18ish with interest for all the years that he missed when he was younger, and won't let him see the child.
War, sometimes.
What's it good for?
Increasing domestic manufacturing. If you know, you know.
Jacking up insulin life-required drugs just to make a profit. It's basically trading human lives for money. Business practices. Not only are they expensive to begin with, but also expensive and difficult to repair. Most independent repair shops such as myself will use aftermarket parts to fix your screens or batteries and such. But Macs can be the real pain in the beat. The storage is soldered on, and there's a problem with some of the 2016 and newer MacBook Pros that will send high voltage, usually between like 2050 volts, directly to the CPU depending on the model, and fry the processor. In order to get the information off of it and didn't back it up, you'll have to send it off to an independent repair shop to hopefully fix it. Also affecting those MacBook models is the keyboards that fail because of dirt. Apple has since extended the warranty for these models, but before this, if the keyboard failed, it was very expensive to fix. You could go to an independent repair shop, but the keyboard is riveted to the case rather than screwed, and while Apple doesn't sell parts to just anyone, you have to become an authorized Apple service provider and jump through a bunch of hoops to get approved. You still can't sell parts either. You have to do the repair yourself. If you tear the battery adhesive strip in an iPhone, they want you to send it in to them and charge more rather than try to remove it yourself in just a couple minutes.